from No Man's Sky. They gave you the yes. They all gathered together like a piece of paper rustling in the breeze, and they decided the flapping of their gums was nothing but the machinations of a man made of mere wood pulp. And then while we were waiting for the interminable advertising to finish, we live inside a streamed advert that just never stops babbling and rustling and showing us what wonderful dramas there might be. The Purge, that's a good film, isn't it? It's a good film, isn't it? The Purge, where you're allowed to do whatever you want. The Purge, yeah, it's a great film. Like, it's this night, right? You go out and you can do whatever you want. It's brilliant. You go out, you can kill people and destroy their lives. That is unfortunately, The Purge itself is, well, to my mind, it's an exact sort of replication, a subtle reenactment, if you will, of the double bind of neoliberal capitalism, which is that you're allowed to do whatever you want, but that's an enforced state, you know. There are no rules, but that's the rule. It's like the Purge, like 24/7, 365 days a year. You can do whatever you want to someone else, but just don't get caught, and that's what we want you to do. You have to purge. Anyway, enough of that, you uppity muppets. Put down your biscuits and welcome to Star Citizen. Let's just have a look at this now, right? You had a biscuit, you thought you'd tuck in, but show some respect for the Weevil. There might be a Weevil in that biscuit. There might be a Weevil who's made his home in there. And what are you, purging your way through it with your great gnashers, crunching away, crumbs flying down the front of your favourite Fred Perry t-shirt? I don't know. It's disgraceful. Show some respect for the Weevil. He'd made a living in there. He's made his life in there, his whole life in that biscuit. Put down your biscuit. Show some respect for the Weevil, you uppity muppets, you filthy animals. Now, here we are. This is Star Citizen 3.2. Finally, we've made it. 3.2. I was playing yesterday a little bit. This is now the live release of the latest patch from Mr. Roberts himself. And a lovely patch it is too. We're getting slightly better frame rates, I would say, in this version. So don't, you know, it's all going to be fine, apparently. We'd like to think so anyway. But I will say this. I don't enjoy it that much when... Okay, you release a patch. It's got loads of features. There's lots of things you can do. Chris himself says, "Oh, you know, I want it to be like real life." And that's fine. You know, I want it to be like real life. That's okay, right? But then give us the free choice, because at the moment all the shops and all the kiosks are shut down, which means the only thing to do is mining. And I understand that you want that tested, but could you, like, I don't know, for me, you'll just get more shrift out of the grind if you don't, you know, fandangle with the widget. You know what I mean? Don't mess with my mojo. Don't shizzle my nizzle. I'll make you diz a pizzle. You know, I don't know how else to say it. I can't express myself today. Right, let's get in. Let's try and just get in there. Let's see where we are. I did feel like we were ready to rock as it goes. But do you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say here is simply, yeah, here we are. Right, we'll just pop in and see what's going on. Lots of joining friends things. Oh no, that's full. Okay, that's not happening. That's fair enough. Let's just jump in and see what's going on. So I do like it. We'll just see if the kiosks and stuff are working today, because you know, one thing I can say about that is that I like the mining. I think it's all right. You know, I mean, it's a bit frusty for me, just in the sense that I get my crust in a right tickle when I'm trying to, you know, mickle a muckle. I really do like rock breaking. Is, I don't know, it's not something I envisage myself doing, you know, digitally. But when I first thought about gaming, I thought, oh, you know, a dream, an adventure. I didn't imagine myself like trying to break rocks in half. Right, here we are. We're in. Anyway, So let's just press forward with the thrust of our own devising. Welcome to Star Citizen. This is 3.2. This is the latest beans scraped off the plate of Chris Roberts. Here we go. Ooh. Now look at this. Woken up in a very dodgy area. But you know, this must be reasonably fresh because I'm looking at 60 frames here. It's unheard of. But you know, we've been getting good frame rates. I mean, it's amazing how sharp it looks when the frame rates are this high. We've just dropped down to 19 then when I stood up. All right, but look, here we are. We're in our usual little cubicle, or the little red business that we get when we go to Grimmers. We've got a discarded Big Benny's. Now, from this chart here, you can see that the atomic weight of Sandy Gardner, once you break it down into its constituent quarks, we find that the velocity of each one of those strangenesses is quite charming. And that's what you can say about Sandy, that the atomic weight of sand has got nothing to do with the glassy nature of the look in her eye, as she glazes over as Chris is going on about everything that he believes is possible in the verse. I will say that, I mean, nothing against Chris, of course. That saying things like, well, you know, I think that, you know, really, it's going to be really great because in a game you can do whatever you want. You can be what you want to be. You know, you can be a miner, you can be a pirate, you can be. I mean, have we heard this before? I don't know. It felt a little bit to me like he's like the lines must be just etched into his mind. Just trotting out the same old lines. Like, oh, you can do whatever you want. Oh, it's supposed to be like real life. We want the universe to be a real, living, breathing universe. It's just like, my God, man. Is there a... I don't know. It's like the Politburo in sort of 1950s, you know what I mean? Don't say anything that would jeopardise the future of the party. Right, let's go over here. Oh, hello. A little clunking noise tells me I can go straight in here. Now look, I'm not even sure what to do. We could try a little bit of mining, I don't know, it's just visually dull, isn't it? That's the thing about it, but at 58 frames I'm not complaining. Look at this, we got 50, I'm looking at 57 frames here. It's unbelievable. I've never had that in the game. So, Chris, I'll take it all back, mate. This is looking good. Look at the smoothness. It's like a fine Bernays sauce. A Bernays sauce. From Eddie Bernays himself. Look at this guy. Creeping around. He's giving me a little look as if to say, yeah, I know, this is my 15th coffee break this morning. Don't say anything. It's a nice cushy little number this. You get sent to Grimmers, you just pace the hallways. Looking busy. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Somebody's had a wobble. Look at that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of sitting here. I don't want to be an AI. I want to be a gamer. I could log out and go and play something more interesting. Like No Man's Sky. Multiplayer's coming soon, No Man's Sky. Did you know that, mate? Did you know that? Oi, talking to you. You ever played No Man's Sky? Why so glum? They've got multiplayer coming. July the 24th. I know, I feel the same, but you never know, it might be good. Didn't get him going, oh look, here's a concierge. No, it's just a geezer and a golden widget. Hello mate, you alright? Hey, he's got one of those Wilmslow faces. Right, anyway, let's not mess about. We need to make some money, so look, what we'll do, we'll try and do a drugs run. I haven't done that for many a mickle. Have I got anything here? What have I got? Track, retrieve. What the beans is on your plate this morning, Mr. Bacon? File a claim. 15 minutes. 194. 4,910. Why have I got so little money? I don't understand it. I had 6,000 a minute ago. Oh, that's because I bought this beautiful suit. Look at this. Check this out. Look at the geezer now. Look at him. He looks pretty hot now, doesn't he? Look at that. Look at the geezer himself. Let's go for a little stroll. Show it. Look at this. So this is Star Citizen. Now I do like this view. We've got 45 frames. It's not too shabby, is it? Look at this. This geezer's running by. See, I do think that the movement of the players, when you get the frame rates up, the movements of the AI and the players just become so much fresher, so much smoother. So Chris, if you're listening, that is something that we'd like. Just get the frame rates up, mate. That's the thing. This is a lovely little route here. Just out for a stroll in my space station. Well, I say it's not my space station, is it? But what is that widget there? What is that? That thing behind me there, what is it? It's like an automated tattoo dispenser. Get the Lidos tattooed onto my forehead. Gutter wash across my chest. A portrait of Chris Roberts on my back. Sandy on my thighs. Woo! Lovely. Right, okay. Let's just jump in the hump. And shump my gump. Where are we? How are we doing now? Are we gonna expedite this nubbins or what? Let me just jump over here a minute. What did I do? It's 13 minutes. I think I might have to expedite that. Yeah, go on then. There we go. That's more like it. 55 seconds of wasted stream time. Let's just do that again. Now let's just check out the running mechanic here, because like if we ramp it up a bit, that's not bad, is it? It's a bit head forward for me. I don't know if I've ever run anywhere like that in my life. I do prefer it backwards, to be honest. See, that to me is pretty good. That's kind of reasonably realistic. But on the forward aft, it just seems a bit like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever run anywhere like that in my life. Maybe I'm running wrong. Maybe I've been running wrong all these years. Hold up a minute. Here he is in the shadows, Mr. BS. How you doing, son? You've got a glowing shoulder. Or is that just me hallucinating? I've come near you. You've taken so many drugs. I'm hallucinating. Let's just see what that is. What is that on your shoulder that's glowing? Now listen, I don't know if you know this, mate, but July the 24th, right? No Man's Sky is getting multiplayer. What do you reckon about that? What do you reckon? He doesn't care. No one cares. No. Listen. July the 24th. No Man's Sky multiplayer. What do you think? What do you think about that? I'm talking to you, mate. Oh, he doesn't care. He's trying to organise a blow dry. Right. Hello, yes. Hello, yes. No, I'm working at Grim Hex at the moment. Yes. I just wondered if you could fit me in this afternoon. Busy? No, not really. Just walk up and down the hallways. It's just, I need something done about my hair. I need sort of like cut blow dry. Yeah. With a perm, with a wave. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, or for 3 o'clock, that's fine, yeah, lovely. Right, what was I doing? This goddamn game. You see what I mean? It is like real life. It is like real life. It just is. Right, okay, let's back off a little minute. Back off a little minute over here. Oh, there is one little thing I'd like to do before we continue. Let's just do this. Let's just do this, because it's important, I think, that there is a little bit of business. There we go. Look at that. I don't think it's necessary to see the old Frizzog, but I mean, maybe it gives it a little personal little touch there. Right, okay. I can't remember what pad it was now. You uppity muppet. You filthy animal. Right, okay. Let's just try and keep a handle on your memory. AO1, that's what we like. The top dollar, the top banana, the primo, the uno, cream of the crop. rising to the surface. Press to impress. Press to undress, ducky. Right, here we go. You can look at this, you can look at that. It's all the same. It's just the ocular rhythm of your own visual sense. The specular realm spread out before you as you... Personal inner thought, isn't it? It's called pit, isn't it? For sure, pit. Activate your pit. You can see what your pit is, mate. I'd keep those secrets to yourself if I were you. Keep your pit well hidden at all times, because no one wants to know the inner workings of your brain. Well, not unless they allow you to splurge it on stream, that is. Right, okay. Now, what we're going to do, every single time I have attempted to get back to the drug lab, I've met with only darkness. Only darkness has surrounded me. Darkness has surrounded me at every turn.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't see you, and I never speak to you, and you've never met me. But, oh, thank you. That's the caring face of Grim Hex there. Let's get out of this armistice zone. Get out of the armistice zone. Activate your pit. Put down your biscuit. Show some respect for the Weevil. He might have made his home in there. Who knew? Right, let's see if we can get somewhere. We're trying the new system now, which I do actually quite like. Kosso Basin Aid Shelter. Hello, we'd like to go to the Kosso Basin Aid Shelter, please. Right, here we go. There we go. Quantum Bontum. Actually, I've probably made a bit of an error here, but hey, wouldn't be the first time, would it? You know what I mean? Don't, you know. Now, if anybody can name the band. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, jolly bloody good. Excuse my French. Right, okay. Let's just head out here a little bit. I did not want to get so close to the surface here because I want to just... I was hoping to scope out these OMs. These oscillating mollusks that form the crust of annoyance that surround... That's where I want to go. Alright, that's where I want to go. Let's just see if we can get a little bit higher. Then we'll see how we get on. Yes. Don't mess with the man who's ready to press his pit. Press F and then everyone can see your personal inner thoughts. Why F? Why not press G? And show everybody the colour of your arse crack. Excuse my beans. Now, if you can imagine a situation whereby travel was one of the most frustrating things known to man, then you would be well within the Star Citizen remit.
I want to make travel as annoying as possible, like real life, you know. I've got to get from Wilmslow to Barnsley, and I've only got £5. I've basically I hopped on a bus, and then I hid on a train in the toilet so I didn't have to pay the fare, and then it turned out I had to change trains and then go back on myself, and then I got a cab, but then I did a runner.
Anyway, the travel can be quite annoying, and Star Citizen is no different in the sense that I just want to bleed and go there. All right, okay, let's just. All right, don't freak out. Show some respect for the Weevil. Huh? He's busy. You know, all he's got to live in is a biscuit. You know what I mean? A hardtack biscuit out at sea, the weevil burrowing away in there, getting about his business. He's getting on with it. No matter the shifting seas and the tide of political change, the weevil is always about his business, chomping away on the biscuit of his choice. Sometimes he didn't even choose the biscuit. The biscuit was thrust upon him. Do you know what I mean? He didn't choose the biscuit life. Biscuit life chose him. And so on and so forth. And blah, blah, blah. Alright, does that look like we might be able to get there now? There we go, there's the OMs. As I black out in the realism that is Star Citizen. Spooling complete, let's just wait till we don't pass out so much. There we are. Come on! Give me the daylight, come on, just give me some sunshine. I am your neighbour. Give me some sugar. Alright, okay, it's looking not too bad. We might better make it before sundown. But where is it? I used to know where it was, you know. I used to be an important man, you know. Like, is it that one or is it that one? God damn it, which one is it? Oh, hell and high water. I reckon it could be that fella there. Could it be? Alright, well, we're going to find out soon enough. Give it a shot. I mean, I don't know. I've got to try and make some cash in this game. I'm just... Do you know what I didn't do? Muggins here. Didn't check the... I didn't check the kiosks to see if they were working. Oh, misery me! Chronic, innit? Chronic behaviour. Alright, well, we'll just have to chance it. If not, we'll sell it next time around. But, I mean... It's just... Oh, look at that. I've got an extra 2 meters per second on my speed. It used to be the 1113, didn't it? But now it's the 1115. I don't like that number so much, I must say. I'm going to complain. I'm going to write a ticket. CIG. Dear CIG, the quality of your numbers has definitely gone down since the patch 3.2. I don't even like the name 3.2. Couldn't you call it something more interesting like 5.9.7.3? Okay, I've got a feeling that I'm going to the wrong place here, but it's not as clear as it was. Maybe they've changed that. Maybe Jumptown doesn't exist. Maybe there's no planet there at all. Maybe it's just a paper mache ball held up by Chris wearing a black suit in his bedroom. Oh! Who knows? I quite like these MFDs though. They're pretty good, aren't they? Look at this. So let me just fill you in. Within Star Citizen, you can, you know, take a little gander quite close up here. We've got all this stuff here, which is all very interesting, all very realistic, like real life. It's just like real life. It evokes Star Wars like real life does. If you think about Star Wars all day anyway, it does for me. So basically, this is some sort of thing that shows, you know, varying levels of interest in the game. So first of all, no one was interested, and then Chris went, "Oh look, it's going to be amazing, the whole universe." And then people went, "Oh wow, that sounds brilliant." And then, have you heard anything more about that announcement? Oh, he's never going to do that. It drops down here. You see, there's a definite spot. It's about 2015, late 2015, when everyone realised the game wouldn't load. And then it was a sharp spike because they managed to get the hangers going. And people were like, oh, well, this looks really good. And Chris was like, yeah, it's going to be a universe. It's going to be like real life. It evokes Star Wars. And people thought, you'll never be able to do that. And then he went, yeah, we will. And then he went, oh, okay then. Look, see, there's a hanger. And then everyone got slowly really bored until they were not interested at all. And then Chris released 2.1. And it went, oh, you see, I told you, you could dogfight and everything. Yeah, but I can't hit anything. Oh, well, here's 2.2. Okay. Look, you can go to Korea with Dan Giesling and fool around and have fun and shoot each other. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's actually quite boring. There's nothing to do. Okay, here's 3. Okay, yeah, it's really good. 3.1. Yeah, it's okay. And a lot of release mining. Oh. And now here we are. Just widgeting it along here. Look at that. So anyway, that's what's been going on in the game. I don't know if you're interested in any of that, but it's, you know, something it's worth thinking about, isn't it? It just shows that the MFD itself is a display that shows the amount of interest in the game at this current time. So you can see things are dropping off a little bit, but we you know, I'd urge you out there, please buy the starter package, get into the game. It is worth it. It's gonna be good. All right. Look at this. We're on 47 frames. We've never had 47 frames ever. I have never ever. I was worried about my rig, you know, and I thought, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to upgrade Ting here because it's all gone Pete Tong. Know what I mean? All right, here we go. Look, we've got a little bit of the old burn going on. That's not happened before in Yellow neither. There's been no burn here. Right, so people in the chat. One of the things, the big releases of this patch is the mining, and we are going to do a little bit of mining if we have time. I don't know, I've got to be at work in a minute, but why? What's the time? Why are you late? Well, I'm sorry, I was doing some mining on Yellow. Oh, okay, well, that's fair enough, you know. If only your boss was into Star Citizen, he would understand why you come in looking like you've been up all night. Right, as it is, he doesn't, so he doesn't understand that. Right, how does mining work? So there are two parts misspelled. Break the rock, then harvest. Use either slash or M to enter mining mode. Use the fracking laser to break the rock. Yeah, that's it. It is fracking, isn't it? Basically, that's what we're doing. Chris has just encouraged us to become interstellar frackers. Right, let's just ease off slightly. Or rather, ease off rather rapidly. There we go. Now, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, is the land that I dream of. Now, is it there? Oh, I've got no idea now. Got absolutely no freaking idea. I don't know why it can't be just on the map. I mean, everybody knows where it is, he said. Now, I'm looking for a familiar hump, if you get my drift. There's nothing like a familiar hump. I don't like a hump when you don't know who's involved. Yeah, I don't know, that doesn't look like a familiar hump to me. It all looks bleeding same, doesn't it? Look at it. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing now, people. Sorry. Sorry to waste your valuable time. Oh, I was going to roll a spliff, but now I've wasted my time watching this. Right, okay. It's just... Let me just... think on. I don't know, there could be any number of drug labs located in this vicinity. I know it's not out in the open plains. I know that much. I'm not wet behind the ears. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Right, you uppity muppets, put down your biscuits and follow me as we search fruitlessly among the debris. Wish I bought the prospector. Bet there's loads of valuable ore down there. Oh, what's that? This is the game now where every single rock looks like an outpost. Oh, is that an outpost? Oh no, it's a rock. Is that an outpost? Oh no, it's a rock. Is that an outpost? Oh no, it's a rock. No, we've all played that game. You know what I mean? Right, so this ridge here looks promising. So let's just head on down and see what we can see. I'll tell you what I did do yesterday, which was quite good. Was I took the time to take out another man's dragonfly. Now that's not always something you should admit to in public, but it was a very pleasurable experience. Alright, okay, careful. Let's just have a little look over this way then. Let's just head on over this way. Whoa, yay. Steady on, son. I'm just going to change the angle of my dangle here because it's a little bit confusing for a fella like me. There we go. There we go. Let's get it on. Now, somewhere over the rainbow there is a drug lab, and those that know where it is are probably laughing their socks off at me now. They're sockless with mirth. He's not gone over the correct hump, has he, Sally? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't gone over the correct hump. Everybody knows that it's the hump, the third hump from the left. There's so much esoteric knowledge in this game, it's amazing. It's like, did you know that if you go out onto the third star from the left and then point the ship slightly over westward, as if you were on the planet's surface facing east, and then if you throttle up to about 300 meters per second, and then align your quantum travel to the OM4, but don't jump, just once you're aligned, then you can swing the ship over to the left and point the nose down about 40 degrees, which should read on your altimeter, and that means that if you go directly in a straight line and then take sharp left when you see Grim Hex coming up in the top right hand corner of your screen, then you find Benny Henge. It's like, oh really? It's a waste of an hour of my life. Not that I was doing anything anyway. I mean, you know, we can't talk about wasting lives. We just mustn't do it. It has come to the government's attention that many wasted lives are being caused by a game called Star Citizen. Grown men are finding themselves locked in their bedrooms, fruitlessly searching for outposts on the surface of enormous virtual planets, and that this pursuit has led to varying degrees of babbling madness. Grown men have stopped speaking to their children or their wives because they're too busy trying to mine corundum from the surface of a planet called Yela. Alright, well, I think the likelihood of us finding this elusive drug lab, let's just get a little bit of height. See if we can see a likely looking hump. Is this over here, over here, over here? Well, it's not rock and roll, is it? That's for sure. Do you know what I mean? Well, you know, you can't blame me. Alright, you can't blame me for this. This is Chris Roberts' doing. Ring Chris Roberts now. Ring him. His number's 075 381 297474. 817 69 428 3971. 85 999 21 1009. 84. No, I'm not gonna do it. All right, that was too much. Right. All right, we're never gonna find it now. All right, never mind. We don't care. We're gonna survive this. All right, people. We're gonna survive. Exit atmosphere. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. Oh, okay, that's just telling me that I've got to exit the atmosphere. Okay, alright, exit atmosphere. Yeah, okay, good. Hey, I like that idea, that it actually tells you that what's wrong, instead of just leaving it for you to swear for 5 minutes at the keyboard. Right, let's just go. So, sorry, of another fruitless run. That's the way it goes, isn't it? You see my micro expressions then. Never mind, we'll do something else. So... I must, maybe Jumptown's a different place, maybe I'm an imbecile. I should have just put down my biscuit and shown some respect to the Weevil, but I didn't. Are we out of atmosphere yet? Not quite, not quite, not quite. What we'll do, we'll jump out, we'll zip back to Grimace, we'll pick up the old Prospector, we'll come back, do some mining. And then we'll sell it for tuppence. I spent an hour yesterday, no, the day before it was, an hour. And I got 300 credits for it. Unreal. Sell in up there, not so much of a sell in as a sell out. Here we go, calibrate my spool. There's no spool like an old spool. Alright. Yeah. No, I will say this, the travel is a bit better now. It's a little bit more intuitive, perhaps. A little bit more able to fire yourself around. I think that's a lovely little touch, that to let you know that you need to exit the atmosphere before you can attain that particular quantum beacon. I think that's a really good little touch. Makes my life, makes my virtual life easier. It doesn't make my real life any easier. All right, where is it? Where's the centre of this garbage hole? Okay, it must be down here. Just have to fly around like an idiot until we find the requisite bit. Oh, right, we're in the armistice zone, that's a good sign. Just where's the pads? Are they here? And with Grim Hex is you're always 3 feet away from smashing the ship up. I guess that's the idea. It's a challenge, you know, it's a challenge. There she is, through there, I think. I believe that might be the way. What's this? Is this the back arse end of nowhere? Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, I know. Just give me a break. There we go. Never let it be said that I don't know what I'm doing. Well, you can let it be said. I won't even know, because I'm too busy crashing the ship into a boulder. Lovely. Now, you still have to whisper squeak nothing, so let's give that a go. Now what you've got here, this is the new thing. On here is the chat that's been scrolling, so I can add something in here. Hello. The verse. This is the best game I have ever played. Let's just see what response that gets. In the meantime, we just need to scooch down here. These are all my contacts. You can see I've got loads of contacts. Citaro. Now, where's Citaro on here? This guy. He's a great guy, I think. He's very calm. Like, he's got like an energy about him. He's a very calm, lovely man. You know, I feel like when I listen to his stream that I'm in his house, and he's invited me over for a glass of lemon tea, and we're just sat about, and we're just drifting through the stars in orbit, sometimes for hours on end. And I do enjoy it, actually. It's very good, very good. I like his style. And having said that, let's just get on with it. Right, okay, green imp. Show me the green prong. Alright, jolly good. Now, I will say that I don't like the green prong as much. Or like the green prong doesn't exist anymore. It's now more colourblind friendly, apparently, so you get this. I don't see how having an orange pad amongst the red ones that you're not supposed to go on is more colourblind friendly, but I don't really understand perhaps the parameters of what's required if you are colourblind.
Warning, you are blocking an active fire.
Yeah, okay, alright, I don't understand them. Just like real life, sort of.
Your landing privileges have been revoked.
Yeah, shut up. Just shut up, alright? Just want to land this bird. There we go. We're in, like Flynn.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
Alright, that's fine. Do it. Do whatever you want, but don't mess me about.
Warning. You are blocking an active flight.
You were supposed to give me a landing pad, a green prong,
We're sorry.
and you
exceeded the
didn't.
allotted time to depart.
You didn't give me
We'll
one.
have to return your ship to storage.
Yeah, do it then. That's fine, but just don't keep on at me. Alright? Like my mother.
Initiating ship
Oh
storage.
dear, I've revoked your landing privileges, but you treat this place like a hotel.
I might have to turn that down a bit. It's a bit noisy, isn't it? Right, okay.
If you don't go and move that bike now, I'm out of the front garden, I'm going to revoke your landing privileges. I'm sick and tired of it. Work my fingers to the bone, you treat this place like a hotel, etc, etc.
My mother, in this scenario, my mother sounds a bit like Chris Roberts. That's weird, isn't it? What does that say about me? That secretly, all of the resentment I feel against my maternal figure in my life is building up and been projected unconsciously onto the figure of Roberts himself. I think it's highly unlikely. But we got 39 frames in the lift. Can't complain about that. You can't complain. Well, you can. I probably will in a minute. 13, I've only got 40 frames. Now, come on. I don't mean to moan, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm looking for a bit of a laugh here, and sometimes it's a bit grindy. I don't even know why I came down here now. Oh, yes, I do. Got to check out. Now, if you go down here, past the Pips machine, Pips, flying over the Grim Hex. I don't know what's going on with that. I have no idea what's happening there. I wish they'd fix that. It just gets on my nerves. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, if we walk it, let's just go a little bit over here like this. See, it's fine when you walk it. Here he is, look. So this is the place to be, right? This is where you're supposed to do all your business. So let's just see if it's possible to buy anything. Select location. Drake Cutlass Black. Alright, so we can buy stuff now. That is great news. Okay, good. So that's at 25. So if I went off and mined a bit of that, that might be worth doing, eh? Alright, mate. How you doing? Still stood there in a drugged out haze? No, I really don't. I really don't need something. I just want you to leave me alone. Yeah, I'm in the middle of something at the moment. I'm hoping to get that cigar commercial. But at the moment I'm just working for Star Citizen doing voiceovers. Right, let's click on out. Give me the lift, give me the lift, give me the lift. You always got to press 2 buttons. Johnny 2 buttons they call him. He's pressing crazy. Pressing crazy. Never press crazy. I never press crazy, me. I like to press the same button. Yes, I press that button 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. Sometimes my wife tells me I'm crazy, but I don't listen to her. She's a witch. Right, let's just go through here now and get on with something else. Let's walk across the steel floors, watching Mr. BS drift off into the distance in a cracked out haze. Right, now we're going to take the old Prozzy. I shouldn't really call it that, but that's what I call it. Now I've got to expedite that as well. File a claim. Expedite the fee. Oh god, it's so tedious. Why are they charging so much money for that? Oh my god. Now look at this now, look. Check this out. I'm now down to this. Alright, that's what I've got to play with. I think that is my big beef with the game, is you can't make money. Now, I don't really understand it if they're sort of preparing you for a life of grinding. Like when they release, they're supposedly going to 3.3, they're going to release the mechanic that enables you to buy ships in game. I think it's 3.3, it might be 3.4, it might be 3.5, it might be 3.6, it might be 3.7, it might be 3. You know, etc, etc, etc. But at some point they're going to do it. Now obviously that's going to take a bite out of their profits, because people are going to get in game and they're going to grind. I mean, you know, between patches some people are cranking up like 4 or 5 million credits and beyond. There's some beavers out there who are really putting in the hours. Now that's all well and good, but you know, people are going to be buying ships in game. They are going to put the hours in. They're going to grind and grind and grind and buy the 600i instead of spending 300 real dollars on it, or whatever the price is, which is going to impact, I would imagine, on CIG's revenue, you know. So I would imagine that they're a bit loath to introduce that early on. Plus the fact it does require them to have some kind of meaningful persistence in the game, in the sense that if you grind all those hours and buy a ship, you're going to be slightly irked if they then wipe it when they bring out 3.4 or whatever. And I think, I don't know, I feel like if this is them letting us know that this is the kind of incremental build up that you're going to be able to inject cash into your bank account, Star Citizen, in this really incremental way, I worry a little bit that they're letting us know subtly here with this really minimal profits on trading. You might make like a 0.3 of a credit on every unit that you shift, and these kind of things, whereas early on when they brought in the kiosks or in the PTU, that you get better profit ratings. I think in the beginning you did anyway. It's a nice little synchronized choreography. But basically, I'm a bit concerned that, well, it's not really a concern because I don't really give a about it. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I've got other things to worry about. But I mean, it's. I think one thing, if they're trying to imply from this sort of PP profits that we're getting here, that this is how it's going to be when you're grinding to make a ship, or to buy a ship rather. It's a bit like, oh, for me it is anyway. I want to see like 500 plus credits on everything I do. Basically, I just want to get up there. Now I understand that economy-wise for them, they're trying to balance this out now in their brains. They've got accountants sitting there trying to work out what the value of a virtual currency is in relation to the real dollar, and figure out what will the revenue be in the future if people are allowed to grind, if they're making 500 plus per mission. You know, is this something that's gonna, is this something that's gonna be really detrimental to their profit margins? You know, like basically what they've got to do is that now they're charging so much money for these ships, they've got to sort of replicate that revenue from the virtual currency, which they then release those ship payments into being. And so for them, they must be doing a lot of calculations right now about how much per mission should you get on average, how much on average should you get from a mining run, so that the amount of time spent grinding is playable, but it still encourages people to maybe go, oh, sod this, I'm gonna spend the dollars and just buy the ship. So I don't know, it's a difficult one for me, because I hate grinding. It's just a drag, isn't it? You know, it is like real life, but then, you know, I don't want something that's like real life, really, because it's bad enough, you know, grinding away every bleeding day to pay off something that you by rights should be well, it's a human right, isn't it, to have a roof over your head, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Let's just take the ship now and go and do some grindy miney.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
A04. Okay, A04 it is. Jaws moment there. Let's get the speed up so that we don't lose too many punters. Not that there's anybody's watching this garbage anyway. Same old, you know what I mean? Who's watching the watchers? That's what I want to know. Right, okay, let's get up the apples and pears in a little styly. And what was it, AO4? Jolly good. Let's ramp it up to heart-threatening levels. Where's AO4? Is it that way? No, it's AO6. Here she is, look! The gold digger. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. She's a wonderful girl. She's a wonderful girl. She digs for gold all over the world. She's a wonderful girl. I'll climb your ladder any day, darling. Right, let's go. Enter the pilot seat. Now, I'm not being derogatory, alright? Being cheeky. There's a difference. How may MISC help you today? You can help me by making me an absolute bloody fortune! And off we go.
Thank you, and please visit again.
That's alright, thank you. I really appreciate it. I've never met you, but I'm just going to emote in your direction just because, you know, I think it's good for business. Thank you. Really appreciate your custom. At CIG, we care about the customer. We want you to have a good time. Our interests are primarily directed towards your enjoyment, and it's not in any way designed to buy Chris and Sandy a yacht upon which to retire. Thank you. Thank you for buying the 600i and the Prospector and the Cutlass and the Cutlass rework and the new Avenger and the Mustang. Nobody likes the Tango Must. Thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate your subscriptions to enable us to make a game that is so like real life that you have to give up your job in order to meaningfully play it. Thank you. Right, now having said that, what we're going to do now is just worry about the fact that I get an exit sign every time I press the boost. It's very silent, this ship, isn't it? It's a very creepy little ship. Creeps up behind you and sucks all the gold out of your shrubbery. Right. No, that's the wrong button. This is the button I want. Now, essentially, I can go to any... Let's go to Benson's Mining Outpost. I think that would be good. We'll just look around for some rocks and see what we can dig up. You know what I mean? Never know. Might be a lot of fun. So this is the new quantum travel. You can pick a spot on the surface of the planet and your ship will be automatically aligned to roughly 60 kilometers away. That's a shame it's going to be dark. Oh, that's a drag, isn't it? Anyway, I'm being aligned here. We will align you. You will become aligned to the thinking of CIG. Now what I need to do is get down into the atmosphere. What I'm going to do now is I'm not going to touch the stick at all because this is now lined up. Now I think, my thinking is this, as it was in the PTU, when you turn on the quantum sort of beacon detector by pressing B once, you will be able to see the location that you're heading towards, but it will turn off your altimeter. That's how it used to be. Now I'm just going to check out now as we come in at 9. Let's just hit 1,000 and then we'll just check it out. So we're coming in now, pretty squeaky, into the atmosphere. Slight little burn, which didn't used to happen. Now if I press B again, okay, so this is good now. This is great because now I can see the location that I'm heading towards and I get the distance reading. But I also get my altimeter and my speedometer and my etc, etc, etc. I should slow down because I'm going to crash into the planet. Yeah, okay, I'm going to die. Great. Okay, sorry guys, I'm an imbecile. But I'm just not used to the new closeness of the QT. Do you know what I mean? and that's something I never thought I'd say. Just not used to the closeness of the QT. So look at that, very nice. I've absolutely banged the ship up. No, I've got no damage whatsoever, even though I struck the surface of a moon at 1,000 meters per second. But that, you know, it's just like real life, isn't it? Let's just swing it down here. Look, I'm not complaining, do you know what I mean? I know that there are niggles and quirks and little sort of infractions of the immersion, but I'm not complaining. I'm just merely noting because it's funny to note it. Right, okay. So don't get on my case, alright? I'm just a geezer. And in that regard, I will not be told what to do. Right, okay. Here we are at Benson La La La, whatever it's called. Now the thing about mining is that I prefer to do it in the daylight, so if I can locate where is the sun? That's the question. What about if I just head towards Pyro system until I get a bit more daylight, or maybe it's this way. This looks like it might be getting lighter over here. Just keep Pyro to the left and see what's what, eh? So, ladies and germs, here we are. This is the planet called Yela. It's pretty icy, as you can see. It's icy, dicey, and ever so spicy. You can head off into the distance, and by initiating a scan, you can detect rocks, and we will do that in just a moment. I'll just give you a little tour of the prospector as she eases across the planet's surface there. Look at this very beautiful ship. We're looking at 37 frames. Now, these are good frame rates for me. 37, 38, something like that. It's not bad at all. It makes the game much more playable. I don't know what your frame rates are like out there in La La Land, but I mean, over here, Lulu's very pleased. Lulu and La La Land. Right, okay. Looking good. Very good looking game, isn't it? Just like real life. They evoke Star Wars. Anyway, here we are. We're a miner. No, we are. No, we really are. And this is my life now. I am a miner. That's what I do. I live at Grim Hex and I mine. That's really what I do. That is what I do. I like to think that that's what I do anyway. I've got a number of court cases coming up in real life, but I don't think about that when I'm in the game. I'm just in the game, and I am a miner. Alright, so let's just, hopefully, what we'll do is we'll just line him up like this a little bit, and we'll just do that. Now, I would really like to get a little bit further forward with this, because I want to be in the sort of daylight. I don't know, it seems to be getting darker, doesn't it, really? Let's put the lights on. There we go, much brighter now, isn't it? Let's just get down to the planet here. See if we can get a little bit of shed a little light on the subject. I'm a bit unhappy about the lights in the game, I must say. Get my nerves a little bit that they don't light anything up. I want like floodlights. Look at this. It's great to be streaking across the surface like this. Wonderful, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Nice and close. So you can see there's a scattering of sort of rocks around all over the surface here. Imagine the coding on this, my god. I guess maybe it's not too difficult. I don't really understand coding, as you probably gathered from my babblings about it, but I mean, I know that each one of these rocks is handcrafted in plasticine by Chris. It's been up like, I'm talking a few nights, you know what I mean? His mother banging on the door.
What are you doing in there? Christopher Roberts, what are you doing in there? Mum, leave me alone. I need more plasticine. Oh, Chris, I bought you tons of plasticine. I know, but I haven't finished. I've only got half of the rocks that I need for Yela. Mum, please. Is Sandy in there with you? Have you got that Sandy in there with you? That American girl? Is she in there with you? No, Sandy, shut up. Keep making the rocks. Okay, Chris. Don't speak. My mum's gonna hear you. Christopher Roberts, if I find that Sandy's been in there, you'll be hell to pay. All right, Mum. All right. No, don't just go away. Get more plasticine from the cash and carry.
Right. And you know, he's put a lot of hours in, Chris. He's really put the hours in. He's handcrafting the rocks. Right, we're not going to mess about anymore. We're just going to do it because we'll just see what happens when we switch to, right, you press tab, scanning mode. You can sort of make it a little bit more focused like this, and then you just send out a pulse. Now the idea, somebody once told me in the PTU this was, that you have to let's just slow it right down here with the landing gear down. There we go.
Landing gear down.
So you can see that what comes up here is a bunch of plasticine that Chris has carefully. Now it doesn't last forever, so you have to keep scanning them. It's kind of annoying. And then once that runs out, they run out. You see, like that, right? And then, bink, they've gone. So you just have to find them. Now I don't know if I'm supposed to do this. Like if I now, I can't remember how to do this now. I can do it like that to make a bit of a closer scan. There we go. Let's go for this one that's 300 away, yeah. So you can see that what you do is you... Oh, shh. Hush your weesht. Right, is that it then? This is this one here that suddenly appeared in front of me. So now the ship will scan with confidence, which is always nice. Oh, we got some diamonds in here. Right, so we'll give this a go. See if we can get some diamonds out of it. Let's have a little bit of cold coffee to get ourselves G'd up. Now apparently the confidence is only at 99 and it's just saying diamonds. So who knows? That interminable racket needs to be killed. So what you do, you press M and you switch now into fracking mode. So this is basically the laser that you use to break the rocks apart. Now use this, if you look down, bottom left there, it says rock energy level. And what you've got to do is you throttle up your laser. Right? Quite noisy this. Throttle up your laser. So it starts to climb up on the lower scale. So where it says rock energy level, what you're trying to do is ramp up the rock's energy level. When it starts to climb, at some point today it will, there we go. It starts to climb up. You have to climb it all the way into the green, keep it in the green basically, and you can do that in two ways. You can do it by ramping up the energy of the laser like I'm doing here, 60%, 61, 63, 65, 67, get it up to about 70. You want to play around with it before you get into the green, because what you want to do is find a spot where it just sticks. So I reckon that's about 72. So if we just climb it up now, then we can bring it back down to 72 when it gets in there. Come on, you. This is what I mean about it being a bit annoying and a bit grindy. Right, so it's in the green now, and now we've got to ease it off. It's going to go too high. go. You see the rock is about to break. There we go. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Now what you're looking for is little purple bits, but obviously these are all, now we've got to do that all over again, so it's really tedious. So let's try to do it on this one. This one now, usually on the second shot you'll get a little bit more purple for your Derpal. Right, meanwhile we're in yellow mode, so we've got to do that all over again now. So let's just do this. I'm using the buttons here, which is maybe not such a great way to do it. It's on a full climb, so I'm going to really screw this up now. Not careful. Got to go carefully and keep it in the green, right? There we go. 1160 I reckon is good. Keeping it tight. Come on, cool the sparks, let's get this wired up, mate. Easing it back, easing it back. Don't know what happened there, but I think I did it. Alright, so now you can see there's some purples in the offing. Right, so let's take this one here, this little purple number. Now what you've got to do, you've got to switch. I'm using the mouse, the right mouse button to switch modes here, but this is now extraction mode, so we can do this. You can see sucking the balls out of it now. Alright, so this is good. So we've got a little bit of jolly there. Is this a purple? Yeah, there's a purple there. Let's take that purple. So once you've done this sort of fracking procedure, you can suck the life out of it, hopefully fill up your cargo. So you can see cargo capacity there on the right. It's incrementally increasing. Obviously with smaller rocks it doesn't give you much. That gave me about 7% cargo. This is diamond and tungsten in this one, so let's give that a go. And we're just gonna scooch over slightly. There's a dog near me, right? Somebody just bought like a puppy near me, and they keep it in the back garden, at the end of the garden, tied up, and it barks until about 2 in the morning, and it starts again at about 6. And I swear to God, I mean, you know, I think it's cruel to do that. I don't think it's a great way. I mean, maybe they're trying to break the dog's spirit so that eventually it just lies at the end of the garden in the dark, terrified and whimpering, and doesn't make any noise. Maybe that's the logic. But I vacillate between like hating the dog and hating the owners. You know, I don't know what to do. I feel like it might be better just to shoot the owner. Anyway, we're going to get 27, 28. So we're about a third full now. Oh, there's a big purple job there. Look at that. Look at that. Wonderful. Just get that over there. That's the one. Not quite. I'm not sure if that's quite right. But anyway, here we go. Hopefully this will give us a little bit more. Please don't crash. See if we can get up to 50%. That'd be good. Yeah, maybe. Not far off. Alright, so I'm a bit loath to do that again, but I think because it's diamond we'll give it a crack, shall we? So what you got to do is you've got to switch back to fracking mode, and we'll just give that another go. This is where it's all going to go wrong now. There we go. Oh, there, about 8%. Probably do it. Give it a little bit more welly. Come on. Now it does depend the distance as well. If you find yourself in a pickle, you can really back it off, like distance wise as well is another way of doing it. See if we can get this fella to crack. To the lights. Looks like we got ourselves some more purple there, so we can switch again to extraction mode and we can happily drag the profits out of the hole. There we go. Now you can see there's not much, there really isn't much cargo capacity in these things, because look, we're on now 0.3 of an SCU and we're half full, so it's a little bit piss poor, if you ask me, to give us so little in the saddlebags. I don't really understand the reasoning behind it. It's just, it seems so mean, you know, that you spend this much time, however long this takes. It would yield so little. Let's see if we can find any more purple bits. Oh, there's a little purple bit there, look. Let's just take that little one. And what we'll do, we'll give you a different view here. Let's just switch out the view and give you a little bit of a different view of it here. There we are, look at that. You can see the shadows of the rocks as they climb up the pipe. Look at that. It's lovely. It's amazing. Come off the beam there. Yeah, that's it, that's it. There we go. Look at that. Look at those. Look at the shadows on that. That's pretty incredible. All right. Checking it out, we're 75% full. That's not too bad, is it? Oh, a bit more purple there, look. Brilliant. Cranking up on the diamonds. Look at that, beautiful image. A man and his prospector digging for gold. A little bit more purple as well there, look. It's all going swimmingly well now. So I like that, the greedy little prosy. Look at that, the gold digger sucking it up. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, they say, and we've got the proof. Now look, I'm not going to risk it, because the thing about this game is you can damage the ship quite badly by making a wrong, oh, what the hell. Let's just see if we can get it up to 100%, and then we can give you a good idea about how. Just get up a little bit up there, and then we can go like this. Bearing in mind, so here she comes. We're going to be about 20. Yep. This is going to be bad. Back it off a little bit, you see. Come on, come on. So this is a tricky one. You get them like this every now and again. They won't behave. Come on. Very unstable rock. You got to really tool around with the game. Come on. Back it off, back it off, back it off. Come on, come on, come on. Don't let me down, don't let me down. Alright, gotcha. Alright, so it's a big old old purple nonsense there. Now let's see what we can get out of that. So basically keeping it, some rocks, you know, obviously they behave differently to others. Look at those shadows, I can't believe that. I think that is really quite something. That those are objects of great beauty. That's really quite something. That's really quite something. They show up yellow as well on there, that's weird. Right, are there any more purples to be had? There's one there. Let's just get him a little bit more line. Here comes the goodies. Oh, right, I'm full. Okay, so we can turn that off. So cargo capacity is now full. We can turn off the widget. Alright, that is the most successful one I've ever done, so that's all to the good, isn't it? Now you're going to become rich, boy. Hey, Basecode Films, it's nice to see you, mate. How are you? How's Sweden? Nice to see you in the stream, mate. I'm sorry if I didn't acknowledge you straight away there. But mining can be quite, it takes your attention, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get back to Grimmers then. Is that Grimmers? No. Oh well, let's just get out of atmosphere first and we'll see what's what. I'm great. Sweden's crazy as ever. No, I've not been here long. Okay, good lad. Alright, well it's nice to see you, mate. I really appreciate you stopping by. It's nice to see somebody's giving it a quick gander anyway. How is life on the door or in the club? How's the training going? Etc, etc. Here we go. We're just ramping it up slightly, moving towards the grey rainbow that shines across our sky. Look at that. We're feeling quite fruity now that we've made a little bit of cash. Well, I'm telling you what, every single time I've done this I've been slightly miffed because or like disappointed, you know what I mean? Because yes. Right, yeah, for some reason it's not allowing that message, but that's alright. Everything's a bit slow at the moment, just waiting for vacation, he says. This is my friend Basecode Films. He's works in Sweden, Stockholm. Is it or is Göteborg? I can't remember where you are now. I think you're Göteborg, aren't you? But anyway, he's a working man. And yeah, you haven't been around for a while. You haven't had much time to play games or check out streams or whatever it is? You've been too busy? Me, I've been very busy recently, so I haven't been streaming that much actually. I have been getting back to the training a little bit, which is good. Right, I don't know what to do here. I guess I'll have to get out to the OM and then just... Yeah, there we go. I'll do that. Göteborg, yeah. Okay. What's the weather like there at the moment? Been working most of the time. Yeah, okay, mate. I hear you. And the training? How's it going with the training? Look at this now. What a view. Now I've got to get myself to Grimmers. Where is she? Come on, where is she? Right, not there. Port Olisar. No. Obviously we don't want to go there. Oh no, maybe we do as it goes. Let's go there. That might be good. Alright, let's go. Nice. Now it's like 26 degrees. Okay, yeah, cool. Progress is steady, but I said I've been working a little too much the last month. Yeah, alright, mate. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I've been like just this last couple of weeks I started getting back into it. sort of back into suspension training and stuff, the more related to the what I do and what I teach as well. So that's been good. Been doing a lot of sort of body weight stuff, like you know, in suspension straps, stuff like that. So yeah, that's been good. It's good to get back into all that stuff. I got a grant or like a paid position to do sort of research into my field. So I've had to do a lot of reports and stuff like that. You know, like sort of sit down sort of stuff, and it's so bad for you. He says sitting down. Oh, look at this. We get to view the glorious caterpillar. Look at that. People are really making money in the verse. Where's this fella going to park himself then? Let's have a little closer look at this baby as she comes neatly in. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a hell of a big ship, that. Hell of a big ship. I wouldn't like to have to park that myself, but never mind. Well, I'm glad to hear progress is steady. He says it's 26 degrees in Göteborg at the moment. Progress is steady, but as I said, I've been working a little too much in the last month. Yeah. Watch out when you're landing if you pass over another dock. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. You're right. You can get penalties for lurking in the atmosphere. Right, okay, let's just see where we are here. I've got to contact the landing services, which means I've got to get my feet down. And we'll just jump in and have a chat to the old landing services here, see what's what. I think this is still how you do it. I'm not 100% sure, but there we go. Takes a little bit longer now to locate those, doesn't it? Now that the chat. Alright, let's see if they give us the green prong. My experience of this at the moment is sometimes it doesn't light up until you get moving. See, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go now. The landing services, since they've made it colourblind friendly, means that I can't actually see it. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Now that you're over the pad, maybe. It's not going to be that one. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's proximity based now, so that's more, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That you have to be a bit more proximal to the nub, so to speak. That you feel the green prong beneath you, you can settle down like a gold digger. It's there, left blue. You see the little circle that pops up? That's yours. Okay, right, I see. Yes.
Complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I got it now. Okay, so it indicates with a circle with a little V in it, and then once you get close, then you get the prong. I like the green prong. I like that idea because it's nice and clear, isn't it? Right, let's hop out of this little gold digger and see what we've made. Yes, yes. Alright, so word from base code is that once you see that little circle, that's the indication of which one that you're headed for. So the green prong is something that happens a little bit later in the proceedings now. There he is, look, getting down the ladder. Jolly good. He's a happy bunny, look at that. Right, okay, let's go. Wrong way. Don't run into your own ship, that could hurt your forehead. Right, okay. Down the apples and pears we go. Happy as Larry. Happy as Laranite, you might say. And we're going to run in now. I've got to get to work in a minute, so I've got to get off. But I'm going to run in to see what the profit margins are like for finding tungsten and diamond in the middle of a moonscape. What kind of profits can be had from a young mining gentleman such as myself? So eager, look at me sprinting across the deck, only to find that I've made 50 credits. We'll see. Alright, so select a location. There she is. Oh, 693. That's not too bad, is it? Not too bad. Arachnid Anon has joined us. Very nice to see you, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Aha, The Last Frontier, Space. And hello there, I'm just a grown skeleton guy who likes metal. Well, that's all to the well and good, isn't it, mate? It's all very nice. Do you like a little bit of this? Can you name the band? Hey? That's the kind of angle I'm coming from. Right, okay. Bloody door opened and I was closed and took a hurt, so watch that as well. Yeah, metal is the game. Yes, come on boys, let's check it out. Right, okay, anyway, we're looking at a nice tidy little profit of 693 here. Not as much as I would like, but it is over the 500 mark, so we can't complain. Diamond 128 for 0.59%. Look at that. Tungsten. Oh, hello. I've timed out. Come on, pay attention, son. Sell to refinery. There we go. Got it. There we go. Alright, we're back above 5,000. Very nice. Very nice. Well, unfortunately, boys, especially for you, Arachnid, you've just joined me. I'm afraid I've got to get off. I've got work, which is always a sad moment. But you can see here that Olisar is humming, buzzing away, and we're looking at, well, I don't know, we've got 30 frames in here because it's quite busy, but we have been getting like 40, 42 frames out there in the verse, so it's not too bad. So boys, I wish you the 07. Have a wonderful morning. It's the morning here. I guess it is still the morning in Göteborg probably. You're an hour ahead, aren't you, over there? Arachnid, I'm not sure where you are, what time of day it is for you, but I wish you a very good day. Please drop a follow if you haven't already. It's much appreciated. It really helps me out with the stream as we try to grow this into some kind of regular beans and chips. You know what I mean? With a little bit of egg on there if I'm feeling happy. And maybe a slice of bacon in the future if you're lucky. Do you know what I mean? So, more than that I cannot say. I bid you a very good morning. And thanks for watching. Cheers, boys. Have fun, slap someone and have a hot dog after. That's the way, base code. That is the way. Cheers, mate.